I'm on an electric skateboard that does not require a remote. Now, you guys have probably seen this. Teemo has one. Teemo has one where it's controlled by using your weight. You lean forward and the board goes forward. You lean back and the board breaks. This is the same thing. It's the same product, but it's not under the Teemo brand. It's under a different brand that's only sold in China, but it's the exact same board. So I'm just trying it out right now. I may or may not do an actual review on this because they didn't actually send it to me. I borrowed this from my friend, but it's pretty easy to ride actually. It's very natural. See, if I want to stop, I just lean back and then I stop. So, but turning is a little bit difficult though, and it's quite heavy. This board is really heavy, but as far as moving and stopping, it feels really natural. I'm just waiting for a red light right now. Let me just give you guys a better look at this board. Here it is next to the Meepo. If you think this board looks familiar, that's because many different boards use this particular deck. Let me show you the other side. So yeah, a lot of boards use this. Another one called the what is it? Ion Board X or something. And I also had another one that looks exactly like this also, but very different specs. But yeah, this is what it looks like. And this is I just moved into my new apartment, so it's a huge mess right now. When you want to move forward, you don't keep on leaning forward to move forward. You just lean forward, and then once you're going at the speed that you want, then you just stand up straight. It's kind of like cruise control. And if you want to slow down, you just lean back a little bit. And you want to speed up, you just lean forward. And once you're going fast enough, you just stand straight. Turning is a little bit difficult because it doesn't slow down on its own. This board, it doesn't slow down on its own. You have to lean back for it to slow down. And now I'm gonna come to a stop. I just lean back and then I stop. Pretty easy. Okay, but here's a very annoying part. Did you guys see that? When I push the board, it doesn't move. That's because it's turned on, and when it's turned on, it has this safety feature where it stays in place if you push it. So you have to turn it off to be able to move it normally. So it's kind of annoying because sometimes when you're riding in traffic, you have to get off the board, right? There are just situations where you just have to get off and just push it a little bit just to move it somewhere. But when it's turned on, you can't do that. Don't treat this as an actual review, but I would say this board is fun. It's fun to ride, but it's kind of interesting. It's really nice to not have to hold the remote. I really like that actually, but it's not the board I would use just because it's kind of inconvenient. It's heavy, and like I said earlier, it's like you can't push it with your feet. Yeah, it's just not a very convenient board to ride in the city. But if you have a car and you want to take this board out to a park to ride around, it's a pretty fun board to do that. On second thought, that might not have been a fair assessment. Maybe it is okay to use this as a daily driver. Maybe I'm just not used to it yet. I mean, every board has its quirks. Every board has its benefits and its quirks. This one, the main benefit is that you don't have to hold anything. The fact that it's difficult to turn, maybe I'm just not used to it. I'm sure that if I practice more, I can practice slowing down and turning at the same time. Because when you slow down, you got to lean back. So when you lean back and lean to the side, it's kind of a weird feeling. It's difficult to get right, but with practice, you can probably get it right. Yeah, so this is not a review. This is just my first impressions, I guess.